function of it is just getting fit, you know, being with friends, having fun. It's a whole combination of all of those things.
I've been playing for about 4 years. Pretty much it was just something that my friends were doing and I got into it with them.
Well, I've been playing about 5 years, and I guess I really just wanted to get into it. It was something I've always seen people doing, you know, it was kind of the popular thing to do at the time, and why not give it a shot?
So about 5 years, and best thing I ever picked up.
Yeah, I never thought I'd still be doing this. It was just something you did in high school, and here I am in college still playing dance games, and it's great. I love it.
That's definitely true. You don't really grow out of it, at least not as quickly as you'd think.
I've been playing about 3 years almost.
I'd say about 4 or 5 years myself.
Yeah, it's amazing that it doesn't seem to ever get old. Coming from a professional sports background, as of next year, I'll have actually played dance games longer than I played professional sports, which blows my mind that I'm still interested in one topic for this long, and I don't see it ever getting old.
Just developing friendships too. I mean, you meet lots of people playing this. Because I mean, it's not just, you know, one person going to an arcade or, you know, in their basement playing. You got a bunch of friends also liking to do the same thing, and you know, it doesn't just stay in dance games. You start doing other things outside of that too. So it keeps you involved in the community.
Just like not even in like the game particularly, but like the people you meet while playing dancing games, they really add up.
The social aspect mainly. I really don't go out and play by myself. Usually I'll go out if my friends are going out. We'll do it like a big social event. We'll go out, play for a few hours, do something after.
Well, all of the people I've been standing here with today, I would have not met if I had not played dance games. So that's a huge part of my life.
Same story. I knew a few people going into the dancing game community, but after that, I've met lots of new people and strengthened a lot of relationships.
My favorite part of it isn't actually playing the game, it's how it brings us all together, especially when we have these championships and the World Cup, getting to meet all these people that you've heard about and talked with over the years.
Well, that's the thing. Everyone kind of comes from different backgrounds playing this. It's something that everybody can get into. It's not just like one type of person. Someone who likes to do a certain thing is always going to want to play dance games. Everyone plays it. We got people, you know, really into sports, really into art, anything. People just love playing it. It hits all ages, honestly, just from not only the just the difficulty, really. The difficulty you can see, you know, you start with your basic steps, and you know, anybody with little to no coordination can start and try to get better, and then, you know, over the years as they develop not only, you know, understanding of the charts, but their muscles and everything like that, they can get better, and everybody can play this, any age group.
The message is for me. You send a card to me, and with there is a picture and a small note saying.
It's just such a fun experience that people get started with, of all age ranges. You know, we've seen little kids play. We've been at shows where we've seen like a 60-year-old woman play.
And Big L's, there's a 6-year-old kid running around that's playing level 10s and 11s, just dominating. At the same time, my dad, who's in his 70s, still plays this thing and has a blast. So it really isn't limited to age or gender. It's very unique. There's not many sports or games of any kind where people from all ages and both genders enjoy it. So this is very unique in that way. It's part of the reason we've met so many different people and had friends from all different walks of life.
Kind of wish we could have done it at school, wish we had the opportunity, but you know, I guess those that are in school now, I guess they're lucky that they get something that we didn't have, we would have loved to have.
You just get this determination. You're just like, you're watching the arrow come up the screen. You're like, okay, my foot has to be there right then. So it's kind of like a determination, kind of discipline, like you have to move at a certain time, and it's really fun just to see how accurate you can be. Just try to better yourself at the game.
You're kind of in your own world, and like nothing else is like there when you're playing. It's just you in the game.
You have to be so focused.
I've never had to be that focused while playing a game.
I know that I wouldn't have ever discovered a couple genres of music if it weren't for dance games. It really exposes you to lots of different genres.
I don't memorize them at all, but I think you definitely start reading them more as patterns versus just individual arrows.
Yeah, if you see a certain thing, you'll know how to approach it, but you're not going to memorize each and every way you do it. You might do it differently sometimes versus other times.
I run a lot, but other than that, I do spend a lot of time playing dancing games.
Probably dancing games.
That's a big part of it, the dance games. I go rollerblading, jogging sometimes. I've taken up badminton lately, so I'm a bit active, more active than I used to be, and I think, you know, this still plays a big part of it, but I do more than that.
It's definitely helps with my running, and my running reciprocal. It helps with the dancing games too.
It helped a lot for me.
Not just for itself, but for other things, yeah. High school got better at running, just because I started playing dance games more.
I played soccer when I was a kid for like 5 years, but after that, I quit playing sports. You know, I was pretty inactive for a while, and then dancing games is what got me active again.
Well, I started playing drums after I started playing dancing games. As I went through playing dancing games, it made me much better with percussion, and with all the drumming, it's made me a lot better.
How would you say that has it improved your exercise?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Same with me. I mean, I can honestly say today that I've probably lost, you know, like 45 or 50 pounds, and now I swim like every day, and it's definitely, you know, encouraged my exercising ability. It's pushed it beyond its limits.
Yeah, that's another thing with the exercise. When I did run briefly for the fire department and whatnot, you know, you get your heart rate up to 160, 170, and you don't really have any more get up and go. It's very difficult to get your heart rate above that, but when you play this game, you really want to beat that level. You really want to see your score. So you just push so hard that I often get my heart rate up to 190 while I play this game. Now, I played percussion for 10 years, and all of a sudden my rhythm and timing became so much better just from playing dance games. Also, the complex rhythms that we see in dance games. There's classical music, where for the musicians out there, not only do we have triplets, you have fifthlets, compound timing, I go on, and it really takes your rhythm to the next level. Now all of a sudden in my music class, doing things that I couldn't have done a few years ago. And I've also seen that with other students that sports are not their thing ever, and they don't think of it as a sport, they think of it as a game. Now all of a sudden they're in a lot better shape than when they actually play some of the sports. They're having a good time.
Yeah, one of the things that I really enjoy about this particular genre of a game is that you really can set your own limits. Where do you want to go? You know, one week you'll be working on your stamina, or how many possible foot combinations can I do in a second? You know, like 17 arrows a second or something in some case. Or maybe I want to challenge my mind and, you know, have the arrows do, you know, like modifications or effects. And so I want to, you know, make a mental game out of it. And you can really choose which direction or how you want to challenge yourself. And I can't think of any other game like that where you get to pick exactly it is what you want to challenge yourself with.
That's a great point on the cognitive side. Instead of just, you know, stepping on more and more arrows and working more and more on cardio, now you can make the arrows start to spin, tumble, do all these strange patterns, flip around. And so now it's no longer just about reading an arrow and doing your cardio. It's really about flipping things around in your head. And it really, it's a brain teaser. You know, if you have the pad upside down, okay, every time there's a left arrow, I actually have to hit right. Every time there's a right arrow, I actually have to hit left. And it breathes new life into the game, and it just...
It's not just 4 arrows, there's so much more,
I know.
right? Yeah.
It's so much fun. Yeah, the exercise is just phenomenal. Back when I was training to be a firefighter, instead of running around a track, I actually played dance games, and it dropped my resting heart rate all the way down to 44. I didn't jog at all, but when they had me run the 1.5 miles, I did it in 7 minutes, 20 seconds. So these things are incredible for building up your cardiovascular system.
It's also actually a national sport now in some countries too. We just got back from the World Championship that was held in Amsterdam this year, and there was about 20 countries.
Yeah, they had 20 countries compete, and Norway was the first of several countries to make it a national sport. And the level of competition out there is just incredible. Those guys are monsters.